Hello YouTube fam, how y'all doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews, a channel where I rant and I review. I'm your host, Uncle Tim. Fam, you know what? I haven't did a video in a couple of days. I was going through something, stressed completely out. I was panicking, had a little anxiety attack. Bro, I got a lot on my damn plate. And sometimes, man, it ain't shit you could rake off. If I don't need this, I could rake this off or rake that off, and it'll clear up more room up for me to be able. Dude, sometimes you can't rake shit off. You got health issues. You got shit. Dude, I ain't gonna go into all the rest of it, but you just got shit going on, and you just sit here and you just shake your head and you sit down. Sometimes when it rains, it pours, motherfucker. It really does. Sometimes people don't believe none of that stuff. Sometimes people don't believe you going through shit. You got all that behind you, and you can't be going through nothing. Man, what the hell are you thinking? This is the real world. Don't matter what you got. No matter what you accumulated. Shit happens, bro. And sometimes you got to sit back and just sit your ass down and not do anything. You just got to take deep breaths and just pray on it, bro, because I'm like, damn. Bro, you just got to be kidding me, right? I'm like, damn. You hear from some family members that you haven't heard from in a long time, and they asking you for money. You be like, you got the wrong fucking number with that one, bro. Look, I'm going to tell you, like I tell any damn body else, I ain't got it. Man, I really need it for this, man. Good luck, bro. You take care now. Haven't heard from your ass in 10 damn years. You asking me for money? You lost your damn mind. Gotta stop, man. See, that's the thing that I talk about. People lose your damn number, not talk to you, not do any damn thing. But they expect you to be there for them as soon as you need them. If you need them, they're nowhere to be found. Bro, I'm about equal treatment. If you treat me like shit, I'm going to treat you just the same way, bro. Look, that person that I used to be, whereas I used to be there and accommodating for people, helping them out in times of need. Sometimes I used to pay family members rent because they couldn't pay it, bro. They keep them off the damn street. They tell me they'll pay me back. I never got my damn money back, bro. I don't do that shit no more. I don't play with people no more. I don't buy them groceries like I used to, or, shit like that when they need it, or buy their kids school clothes. Man, I'm done with that type of shit, bro. I used to buy Christmas presents for everybody damn kids. Nobody bought my kids shit. You know how that works. You know how that looks. Bro, that's why I said I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to hear so many damn people's sob story when I got my own. You hear somebody, they can't wait to tell you their damn sob story. You looking like shit. I'm going to play like I don't see you or hear you. I know I say this over and over, but you get tired, man. You like, man, that shit is like venom. Somebody telling you their damn problems that they don't do shit, nothing about, man. And they don't keep on crying over and over and looking at you like, and he don't do something or say something. Man, I'm not saying a damn thing, bro. I got my own shit. I'm trying to figure out how to do my shit, man. I'm trying to figure out how to do mine. Whereas it'll keep me afloat and not sit there and be stressed out, man. I've been worried about so much of stuff, man. And I'm like, man, the economy is shit, man. And I don't know if the job market is going to be stable, if I'm going to be there. If they need this many people, the HR people at my job looking funny because I don't know what's going on. And I'm just being realistic, bro. I'm starting to see people missing and stuff. Bro, those questions that you ask yourself, you got to keep, in mind the longevity of your situation. Before I start hearing other people's sob stories that they end up putting themselves in, motherfucker, you go to work every day and you don't do your job? Bro, please. People asking where the hell you at? Come on now. Man, you see me so damn much, you tired of seeing, man, I'm tired of seeing his big ass, man. I'm tired of him. Dude, do he do any damn thing else? I'm seeing him every other minute. Because, see, that's the thing. When you see somebody so damn much, sometimes you be like, well, damn, I think we need him because shit. Like, damn, I see him all the time. Somebody you don't see at all, you like, well, I don't know if we need that person, bro. I'm going to tell you something. I don't play with my job. I don't play with my livelihood. I don't play with the place I live, bro. I don't give a damn if my whole check. I remember when I first got my first place completely by myself. The rent was basically my whole damn check, basically. The first check that I got, I was getting paid every 2 weeks at the time, and it was like that whole first check. But the second check was pretty good to pay the other utilities and stuff like that. But I didn't give a damn. I was young and I was, living a life, bro. I was like, shit, I'm trying to find my way, man. Sometimes when you can sit still and you young and put a hamburger in the refrigerator that you got from McDonald's, or wherever you got your hamburger from, and you go back and it's still there, that's something. Bro, sometimes when you live with people or anything like that, you put your shit in the refrigerator, you go over there to get it, somebody else done warmed it up and ate it. Oh, man, I just thought that was community property. You didn't buy it? How the hell is this community property? You left it in the refrigerator. Where else would I leave it? Oh, man, you got a personal fridge in your own room, man. What is that about, man? Oh, so you saying you can't, really trust us? Of course not. I can't trust y'all. Y'all sitting here eating the damn food. I was staying with my friends a long time ago, man. We had this little place. And, man, the thing was we all split the rent, right? And we all put up a certain amount for food. Our food is labeled on the shelves. Like shelf 1 is this person's. We'll say it's A. Shelf B is B. Shelf C was me. So tell me why these dudes got their girls at the crib, man, and they eating the shit off my shelf. I said, wait, man, come on now. What are y'all doing? Oh, man, we was hungry and the girls was hungry. And I said, oh, I got you. So I stopped buying food. And we're like, wait, man, and it ain't nothing in there. I said, bro, look, I'm not here for none of that. I said, next month I'm gone, bro. I can't do this. I'm not on a lease anyway. I'm up. Bro, I was out. I couldn't do that shit, bro. You over here trying to use me, man. You thinking shit grow on trees? Motherfucker, you feed your own chick, man. If she ain't got no money, ain't got shit coming in, bro, I don't got time for none of that dusty shit. Even at the time when I was young, I didn't have time for that, man. It's like I sit back and I talk to people, man. Sometimes, you could be going through your own shit and people be coming over there trying to drill their shit into your head. Oh, something is going on with me today. I need to talk, man. Look, hey, not right now, man. Guy tried to come over there and talk to me and tell me his problems. I said, man, not today, man. Oh, man, but not today, man. Man, but what? Not, you heard me. Not the fuck today. I don't want to hear that today. I got my own shit, bro. I don't want to hear yours. Don't you got somebody to tell that shit to, bro? Look, my thing is I can't hear somebody's problem every damn day. Shit that you've been going through for the last 25 damn years. I don't want to hear that no more. You should have a grip on it. And that's the thing. I have to have a grip on my shit. You should have a grip on yours. I can't tell somebody how long it takes, for them to grieve or how long is the standard period to grieve. But, man, I don't want to hear that shit over and over again a lot of times, man. You go to church, man, and the pastor telling you to tithe and stuff like that. It should be 10% of your gross, not your net. And I'm like, man, you lost your damn mind. You're not doing anything for me. This is the house of the Lord. I said, I don't see the Lord up in here. I see a church dedicated to the pastor with his images all around it. Man, come on, man. Stop playing with me. You got the same broken-ass door that you done had in there for the last 10 damn years. You ain't fixed the door. You ain't fixed the roof. People been tithing. Ain't shit done on the church. Leave me alone. Bro, I don't got time for that. I remember a pastor sued this lady. She won the lottery. And she won for some big amount, millions. And, and she wanted him to, and he wanted her to tithe the certain percentage. She said, hell no. She said, I haven't been to your church in years, bro. You better cut that shit out. She said, there's no obligation there. And I understand that, bro. When you need people, like, I used to go to church when I was little. You used to have people who are pastors who used to stand up, such and such a, Sister Mary, Sister Ethel, Brother Henry, Brother John, stand up. We gonna pay your bills for the month. That's what it used to be like when I used to go to church when it was little. Like they pick like 4 or 5 families where they pay the bills for the month for them. Like, what you got, your rent, and your utilities. Dude, food is on your ass. You can go to the food bank, but somebody paying your rent and utilities for a month, that's good, bro, especially if you need it. You was on a hardship, you got 5 people getting their bills paid for that month. Then, they do it like every other month because doing it every month, that was a problem. But every other month, Then, it went down to like 2 or 3 people that they could do it for because the rent was going up. So I understood that. But now, a lot of churches don't even help the people. You know, they don't organize food drives for the people in the congregation. They talking about let's help the less fortunate. Half of your damn congregation is less fortunate. They giving you money they can't afford to give. A lot of times we don't see what the people who bankroll our operations are going through, man. Sometimes people going through mental issues trying to figure out how to pay the damn bills and put food on the table, bruh. I was talking to y'all about these plasma donation places, and people say, "Oh, you stupid! I wouldn't do that, man. That's crazy as hell." Man, you hungry at home and your kids hungry. Fuck that. I don't know. What are you thinking? It ain't no man that I know would let his kids go hungry. If you letting them go hungry, that's on your ass. If you got somewhere where you can make some money at, go make some money. Bro, we in here playing too damn much. We think there's going to be somebody coming to save us. You know what? The rapture supposed to happen, the 23rd or the 24th of this month? It didn't happen. You know what? That was somebody feeding on some shit that somebody told them. And people were going around thinking it, giving away their damn houses, selling their cars, getting away their money. Bro, come on. And it didn't happen. My thing is, how do you know when things supposed to happen? God didn't tell you it was going to be a direct time when it was going to happen, when Jesus was going to come back. Man, look, I'm going to say it over and over again. Religion sometimes is used as a way to control people. You got to see through it. With religion, I'm going to tell you, in relationships, I say give 70 to 80%. Religion, I'm going to say give 50 to 60% to it. People like, no, I'm all in, I'm fully dedicated. And I'm like, who are you dedicated to? The Bible, your pastor, or the church? What are you dedicated to? You got to pick one. You got to understand what it is and who you are following. If you are following scripture, that's one thing. But if you following the pastor, that's a whole nother thing that, don't go right. You got pastors sleeping with the kids. You got them sleeping with, the congregation, far as, the women and shit. Some of them sleeping with the men. It's crazy how this is working, man. And this is a house of the Lord. Hell, this happens at the Catholic Church with priests a lot. Bro, and I'm just sitting here thinking like, man, what is really going on? We got to sit back and understand that times have changed, man. A lot of people don't go to church no more. A lot of people done lost their faith because a lot of people have went through some horrible shit, man. Some horrible shit. I'm not talking about, oh, man, people go through stuff. Sometimes you don't know what the hell people truly go through. Sometimes you think, oh, they just went through this, and this. Sometimes people go through some shit. Sometimes that's hard to really imagine. You got people out here that been trafficked, man. People out here that been out here being bust down, man, to people, being sold to people, man. Come on. Man, and you sitting here thinking that, oh, man, see, people go through stuff. Man, life is hard, bro. See, the thing is, sometimes we can't get past our own issues and see anybody else's. See, with a lot of us, shit, we in competition with one another to have the worst life. Oh, my shit is so bad. And, oh, I got this going. Oh, my job. Oh, my health. Oh, my relationship. Oh, my family. It's like we in here trying to go the fuck off. Trying to, outdo somebody. I was telling the guy, one day I was telling my problems. I actually told my problems. Didn't tell me why, man. Dude, I let this guy vent every damn day. Every damn day. This was like back about 10 years ago. I let this guy vent every day at lunch hour. He was venting his ass off, right? I'm like, one day I'm going to just vent. Tell me why this guy, soon as I said when I was going into my problem, oh, but I got this going on and I got that. And I'm like, man, look, I'm done. I said, man, I'm going to just go back to work, man, and I'll talk to you later, man. I'm like, bro, I can't even talk about my shit without you study talking about yours and ain't did shit about it, bro. Nobody want to hear that over and over. You got the same damn problems for 15 damn years. Those ain't problems. Those are choices. If you constantly going through the same shit, The main problems, them choices. You choose to be in that. You choose that situation because you like something about it. Sometimes people are chaotic and they bring chaotic people in with them, bro. Sometimes you just gotta sit back and be like, man, this is not for me, man. I'm not happy right now. I'm not this. I'm not that. You gotta be true to yourself. Man, sometimes I spend money I don't got. I do that all damn day long sometimes, man, like any damn body else do. Sometimes I sit back and gotta buy myself something. Like I told my wife, I said, one day I said I have to buy myself lunch because, my wife, packs my lunch every day, which, makes my lunch for me, and I pack it, and I am thankful for that. Don't ever get that wrong. I'm thankful. But sometimes, man, you just gotta buy lunch and be like, shit, I just needed this. Or, you get home and your wife be like, oh, we gonna make dinner. No, we gonna buy something. Oh, but we gonna make, no, we gonna buy something today. I don't want nothing in the house. Sometimes you just don't want it. You could have just went grocery shopping and bought so much shit. Sometimes you just don't want it. This is where the convenience of fast food come in, and that shit ain't fast anymore. You sit there for 15 damn minutes in a damn drive-through before you even get to the damn speaker. Then after that, you sit for another 15 damn minutes. You like, come on. Is it only one person up in there? What are y'all doing? They looking at me like, damn, you just be going off. Yes, I am. Bro, I'm sitting here thinking like, man, this situation should be much faster. But no, it's not. It's much slower. It's like we choose to see shit, man, that ain't really there, We connect dots in situations. Oh, man, see, the reason why all this is happening over here is because of this and that. I said, man, you know what? The reason why a lot of shit happens is because we too busy worried about other people's business. If you put all of that into your own business, you be okay. Oh, man, you know what he need to do, man. You know what you need to do. You need to really do this. I said, you know what you need to do is to manage your damn business. If you do put all of this information, all of this energy, all of this knowledge into your own shit, you be okay right now. Dude, some people are just meant to be in chaos because they're chaotic. Some people don't like order or structure. They like to fuck shit up. And I'm serious. They thrive like that because they are toxic as hell. And they're losing stuff and they mad and they angry because somebody else is winning. Bro, I'm not mad at anybody for winning. I'm looking like, I was talking to a guy I knew a long time ago and he told me, he said, man, I was bowling and he said, the pastor told me, he said, man, such and such just bought a new house. Man, he said, man, he said, instead, I was kind of mad. He said, instead of telling me how he bought the new house, that he bought a new house, tell me how to get a new house. Bro, I'm like, damn, you can't even be happy for the guy who got the damn house. You trying to figure out he's supposed to be telling you how to get one. Bro, that's your job to get one if you want one. Man, look, people can't sit back and walk you through the whole process, bro. Dude, financial literacy is a mother. I was trying to explain financial literacy to my kids a long time ago. If you spend every penny that you got coming in, you ain't gonna never have nothing. A lot of times people grow up with people who just have just enough. And I was telling my son, I said, sometimes, told both of them, you outgrow people. You outgrow people with these, mentalities of, man, I just get this. Man, I told you a long time ago, I used to sell candy at my house. When I used to live in a certain location, man, I sold pop. I sold, everything but drugs. I didn't sell drugs at all. Probably sold beer and cigarettes and stuff like that to grown people. But I'm going to tell you something. I sold candy in school. When I was in grammar school, I had other people selling candy for me. Bruh, the hustle is real. But I'm going to tell you something. There are people who are okay with just making 100 in a day. And they think you wrong for wanting to make 500 in a day. Oh, man, you got to go recoup every day, on stuff. You got to go buy all the product, the candy, the cigarettes, the beer, over and over again. Bruh, that's what it was. In order to make money, you got to spend some money. Dude, I was making money. Motherfucker, I was really doing what I was supposed to do, man. I'm gonna tell you, could you do that nowadays? I don't think so. But back then, I was, and didn't have too many weird altercations. You know, people are stupid. Don't ever get that wrong. And that's the thing that people don't understand. They love to do dumb shit, man, and they'll fuck with you. You know, but one thing I learned, sometimes you outgrow areas. You outgrow people, you outgrow areas, and you outgrow jobs. And when that happens, you got to leave all of that. You might, when I say location, you might outgrow Chicago and be like, man, maybe another suburb. Or you might, I want to go to a whole nother state. But, my thing is, man, and I go this way with my wife. I said, we have to live in a major city. And she was like, why you say that? I said, cars are, things that need maintenance. And sometimes they go down. And if you need to get to work, you need to have some other way to get there. Ubers cost a lot if you're doing them a day. And depending on how far you live away from your job, it might just be kind of wild, bro. That's why I'm saying you need these alternate forms of transportation. You need to have things that could actually work for you. I was telling my wife, about moving to somewhere else, and she said, it got to work for both of us. I said, I totally agree. It can't just work for one person because that's not fair. If we both used to making money and only one person making money, I don't give a damn if you making the same amount we both would have made together. That ain't cool. Bruh, everybody needs to feel important. They need to feel what they need to feel. And sometimes, man, like I tell you, I get so tired. Sometimes, I deal with so much of shit that is just weird, man. It's like my energy. I don't know. It's like, I don't know what it is. It's like, it rubs people the wrong way or something. Like, well, Tim, you doing a little too much. Like, I ain't said a word, haven't did shit. Like, what am I doing? Well, you sitting there. I'm like, the fuck that mean? Like, oh, bruh, I'm going to tell you something. God give you this energy, this standoff energy, to keep people from you. And after a while, you start noticing you lose people. You ever tried to help somebody so much, man, that they stop talking to you, man? You telling them to do something, man, before something bad happened, and they ain't hearing it. They like, I'm going to do this my way and it's going to work. Then when shit go bad, they looking at you like, why you didn't tell me? You be like, I done told your ass 45 times. I don't understand how you missed this. But you know what? People love that. They love chaos. They love unruliness. They love, complaining to other people about their life. I hear women complaining about men all the time, bro. I hear it all the time. A woman would sit there and complain about a man all damn day long. And you sitting here like, what the hell just happened? She complaining about this man. That's what's going on. And you sitting there thinking to yourself like, come on. All men ain't shit. Men ain't no good. Not everybody qualify for a good man. Bruh, just like you qualify for a home loan, an auto loan, student loans, you got to qualify for a good man. If you ain't good, you qualify for what you are. Sometimes you can fool people and, get ahead. And, sometimes they're able to see us. Like in a relationship, sometimes you don't see the true person for the first 2 years sometimes. Sometimes you see their representative, bro, and you got to deal with that. Accordingly. I see people that try to save a relationship and the person been cheating for years. You've been with this person for 5 years. They've been cheating on you for 5 damn years. And you sitting there trying to save it. How the hell you gonna say that? There's no relationship, motherfucker. You've been living a lie your whole damn marriage, bro. And I'm like, you need to leave, man. Oh, man, we don't work on this. I'm like, I have to love her too much. I said, all right, bro. Man, why nobody tell me, man? I said, man, people were trying to tell you. You wasn't listening. You told them stop lying and they don't know her like you know her. And I'm like, shit, I don't think you know her, bro. That's the point I'm making. Sometimes you do gotta listen. I know sometimes people lie and everything like that, but sometimes your ass need to listen. You need to listen into what people are telling you, man. Sometimes it'll save you in the long run, man. I'm just sitting here listening and not trying to listen, man. I don't try to listen because see, people be trying to stop off to tell you their problem. People don't even say hello to you. They go right into the damn problems. They don't even say, "Hey, how you doing? How your day going? How was your weekend, man? How you doing?" Ain't nobody trying to pour back into you. People just trying to depart all that shit on you, and you sitting there like, "Why don't you go tell your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever you need to tell? I don't need to hear this shit." My thing is it don't go straight in one ear and out the other. Man, I'm not trying to listen to that nonsense no more. I stopped listening to problems real hard because sometimes, man, you can't do nothing but try to solve other people's shit. And it's kind of hard, man. I'm just tired of a lot of stuff, bro. Just tired. You know, just feel some kind of way about it all. They talking about the health insurance prices going up, talking about prescriptions going up, dental coverage going up, and I'm like, man, damn. I'm like, are we getting raises or something to cover some of this stuff? They was telling me, well, if you take this position here, it comes with this amount of pay and, this and this. And I'm looking at it, right? I'm looking at this position, right? So if I take this position and get out of this position, and this particular role in this position, I lose this particular health insurance because this group get a different health insurance, right? So going into this group, I get a whole different kind, and the raise will get ate up by the health insurance. Bro, nah, I'm good. I tell people not all money, good money. The Lord will provide. I hear people tell me, God put you, through all this stuff. Sometimes you got to go through trials and tribulations. Sometimes you got to go through some shit in order to understand some shit, bro. Sometimes you go through the same shit over and over again and people don't understand. You haven't learned your lesson yet. That's why you still going through all of it. This is why sometimes you sit back and you wonder why life is treating you the way it is. Sometimes we say life ain't fair. No, life is fair. It's just you're not understanding your part. You haven't caught on yet that this is a cycle, bro. It's just constantly, changing, and this is the cycle that you need to see. People so busy trying to tell you what you should and shouldn't do, man. Man, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta pray on stuff, man. When you have nothing else to give to the situation, you just gotta sit back and pray on it. I pray every night. I don't pray just for myself. I pray for every damn body. Why? Because it's more than me in this world. Somebody told me if you took all the black people away from the United States right now, there wouldn't be no more crime. I said, you're a damn fool. I said, see, that's the thing that people got you thinking. And, they got you so scared now of each other that's the thing that you think is happening. You come to Chicago, you think you'll get robbed, and, bruh, no. They ain't out here doing it like that. Don't your ass be on the L at 4 in the damn morning, not 4, like 2 in the morning, drunk. Come on now. You asking for it. It's like you asking for it for real, bro. You got to pay attention to all this. You got to see all this. Man, you got to understand this. I know I shouldn't have said a few things, man, but the world is wild right now. I think we all looking for people to blame. And I'm going to say sometimes we got to look in the mirror. The shit we going through is partially our own fault. All these struggles we going through, what they got in common? Us. Your struggles you going through got something to do with you. So you are the common denominator of your own damn problem. If you've been married 5 damn times and none of them work, what's the common denominator? Your ass. You might be the damn problem. You can't go, well, I've been married 5 times. They all the problem. No, you got a type too. And you're not compatible with them types, but you still going after them. I just like these type of women, man. I like slick women. Motherfucker, come on. Bro, look, it's just for everybody. Bro, I hope a lot of this found a lot of y'all, and you feel it, you understand. Man, life is not always fair, bro. It's just not. But till later, peace out, fam.